Greetings. Wanted to speak to you about change and transformation. Oya, the goddess of tornadoes and hurricanes, had to deal with change herself within her life. She was married to her buffalo husband and was unable to have children. She very much wanted to have children. She was married to Ogun and was unable to have children. With that being said, she went to seek counsel and got a divination. She was told that she would need to make change and move to a new place, Ira. When she went to Ira, it was there that she met her husband, or to-be husband, Shango, and she was able to have many children. The earlier chant spoke of this and her asking, where are her children? And her children were saying, all your children are here. We are here. This particular Odu makes me think that in order to make change, even Oya herself had to make changes. So as we embark on this time of the year of starting a new year, time of change, for us to reflect upon ourselves and how we are showing up and how there may be things that are going well within our lives and those things that I refer to as the not so great, those things that maybe we need to change. They may be major, they may be minor, they may be very subtle, but this is an opportunity for us to reflect and to continue on our healing journey and to transform ourselves to create the life that we would like to live, the life that we desire. I often use affirmations to help on this journey called life, to remind us of the things that we wish to bring into manifestation. With that being said, I ask that you come sit with me for a moment and let's have a heart-to-heart. And I'm going to share with you some of the many affirmations that I like, that I use, that I think that you may be able to choose from that might help support you as you move through this time of change and transformation. Often it might be said, it's like, why is this happening to me in life? But the thought is, why not you? This is an opportunity for you to polish your carrots, for you to be aligned with that which you're destined to live the life that you desire, to move boldly, confidently, courageously, boldly, bravely in the direction of your dreams, towards the life that you were meant to live, the life that you desire to live. So with that being said, let me share with you some of the affirmations that I have always enjoyed. I find them helpful, I find them beneficial, and why not now? Let's go for it and let's affirm. Create your own affirmations if you'd like, to affirm those things that you would like to bring into manifestation. If you're searching for the one person who will change your life, take a look in the mirror. As Michael Jackson often shared with us, if you want to make a change, take a look at yourself and start with the man, woman, person in the mirror. If you're searching for the one person who will change your life, take a look in the mirror. I love that. That is so poignant. Many times we could look to others and say, well, it might be them, not us. But let's take that courageous step and look at ourselves and see what we can do differently to better manage our life, our emotion, our health, our healing, our finances, whatever it may be that we wish to improve upon. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. Forget all the reasons why it won't work and believe the one reason why it will. I'm in charge of how I feel, and today I'm choosing happiness. Yes, let's choose happiness. Let's choose joy. Let's choose gratitude. Let's choose those things that will help us and not hinder us. What are you practicing? Practice joy. Release the anger, the resentment, the blame, the fear, the frustration, the animosity, whatever it is. Choose joy. Choose health. Choose well-being. Yes, let's go for that. Remember that we grow through what we go through. Many times life presents us with opportunities and situations and we think, why did that happen to me? But let's turn it around and let's see how we can learn from it. Let's see how we can become a better person as a result of it, a stronger person, a more determined person as a result of that. Other affirmations that I like or quotes that I like are, there are years that ask questions and years that answer. Zora Neale Hurston. Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. Martin Luther King Jr. Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. There's always something that can be done. Remember that. It hurts to let go, but sometimes it hurts more to hold on. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. Yes. And with that being said, again, think of Oya. She herself, who brings forth change, had to make changes. So, let's all look within ourselves as we move through this Babaluaiye season, as we move through this time of change and transition. Let's make all the changes, the subtle changes that we've been talking about, and maybe haven't quite made the changes fully, to do them wholeheartedly, to know that it's for our betterment, that it's for our highest and greatest good and for the highest and greatest good of others. Those things that will not hinder, those things that will help and will not hinder. With that being said, move forward, move courageously, move boldly, not to diminish any challenges that any one of us may be facing, but to know that it's up to us. As Baba Kola Abimbola reminds us repeatedly, it's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to me. It's up to us to make the changes that we want to make within our lives. Let us empower ourselves and move forward knowing that we have the divinities, we have our ancestors, we have those in higher places and spaces rooting for us and wanting us to do exceedingly well. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe-o.
Today I will be reciting Odu Ifa Okanran Meji. In Okanran Meji, Ifa is telling us that we should not lose hope and we should not say until we have a big lump sum of money before we can be successful. Ifa is telling us that sometimes we just need the spiritual breakthrough to make our life and to make it in anything we lay our hands upon. Ifa says that we should not put ourselves down, that in anything we want to do, we should raise ourselves up. As Ifa is saying in Okanran Meji. Ifa ní etí ọ̀tún ní sọ̀rọ̀ kí tòsì ó mọ̀ gbọ́, ló jẹ́ afọlọ́kànràn tí ó fowókan ṣòwò tí ó jèrè ẹgbẹ̀rin ọ̀kẹ́. Ifa says, whatever the right ear hears or says, definitely the left ear will also hear same thing. That is the nickname for the Babalawo who define for all Okanran. And after they define for Okanran, who has only just one unit of cowrie shell, which was the money at that time to start any business, and which was not enough. And he went to Babalawo, which I mentioned earlier, that what is happening, he wanted to do the business, but he couldn't move on. He couldn't do anything because there was no money. They asked him to do it, after he did, and asked him to do the ebo, which he did completely. So then, just few moments after the ebo, that only one he had now becoming big to himself, making so much profit in all his undertakings, in his businesses, and he was so happy that everything going. Ifa is telling us that do not wait until you have millions. Start with something and you will arrive at somewhere that you will be happy and glad indeed. Ifa is saying to us that every one of us are made to to make profit in all our endeavors. We should just need to make sure that we do the right thing and go in a very right spiritual way, as Ifa is saying. That's how Okanran was so happy, fine, and thanking Awo is thanking Ifa thanking Olódùmarè in the highest. Oníbẹ̀rù babaláwo mi jẹ́ lórí kí fáwọlétí ọ̀tún òní sọ̀rọ̀ kí tó sì mọ́ gbọ́. Ǹjẹ́ gbogbo ajáfọ́lọ́kùnrin tí ó fowókan ṣòwò tí ó jèrè ẹgbẹ̀rin ọ̀kẹ́, gbogbo wa la ṣòwò, gbogbo wa la jèrè, gbogbo wa la ṣòwò. If I say that every one of us that lay our hands on businesses, all of us will make profit from anything we do in our life. Aboru, aboye, aboshishe, ogbo, ato, asure, iwu.
Greetings, everyone. First, I would like to acknowledge God, honor God. Thank you, God, for the day, for the breath of life. Can everyone hear me well? Am I clear? Good? Okay, good. Okay. Acknowledge my ancestors. Say Machi to the Abasum, Majuba to the Arisha. Greetings, Mother Ajua. Greetings, Mama Rose. Greetings, Mama Barbara. Greetings to all priests. Greetings, Iya, Bokor Iya Marie. Thank you for the opportunity. Greetings to all seen and unseen guests. At this time, I would like to ask my elders for permission to speak. Good. All right, thank you. So this message today will be a message for recent graduates and those who are entering into a new phase during their life during adulthood. Greetings, everyone. My name is Adonijah Curtis Patrick, and today I'll be giving a special message and presentation as requested by Bokor Iya Marie to recent graduates who are entering into a new phase of young adulthood. I'm honored to be speaking here today and at the first Sunday service. This presentation is coming at a time that is in particular correlation to my own life and the lessons I've been learning through my own experience. Everything I will talk about today is a culmination of the things I have experienced and the knowledge and understanding that was gained through my journey. Just to briefly introduce myself, who am I? I am the great-great-great-grandson of Charlotte Bell, great-great-grandson of Clifford Bell, Merlin Leith, Thomas Anderson, Lily Chin. I'm the great-grandson of Volleyball Fisher, Winston Fisher, Irene Anderson, Reginald Wilberforce Denton, Mr. Chin, and Concy West. I'm the grandson of Lorna Chin Curtis, grandson of Lorna Fisher Denton, grandson of Gladstone Denton, grandson of Larry Curtis, grandson of Juanita Patrick, grandson of Harold Patrick. And I'm the son of T.R. Patrick, Arantis Patrick, and Jazelle Curtis. I'm 22 years old. I'm an architect, entrepreneur, creative, artist, and a student. As a young man going through adulthood, I've been navigating life, gaining wisdom and learning lessons on my journey. With that being said, I'd like to start with a question. If the typical pressure of the system, i.e. money, society, media, and perceptions did not matter except your peace and happiness, what is it that you would do? The answer to this question will lead you to the thing that you love the most. It's not about what you think, but about what you feel. And that feeling that gives you the will to live, an intense will to live, would be passion. Passion is an intense desire or enthusiasm for something. At the age of 2 years old, my grandfather asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. I told him I wanted to be a builder. He said, okay, you can be a builder, but you also want to be the person who tells the builders what to do. At this time, this early conversation led to discovery of avenues of my passion, which was concluded to be architecture. My mom said that I answered the question with such confidence and conviction, and at that age, I couldn't possibly know the details to what it is that I wanted to do. From there, that was when the journey began. Trying out different things from then till now, but the one thing that I realized was that I was constantly building, whether I was building structures, whether I was building businesses, or I was building creativity through music, through fashion, and through art. I realized that we all have many passions, but the one that's most consistent throughout your life is the fuel and the energy which will lead to your purpose. The one thing that you fear the most, the ideas and the visions that give you anxiety and intense feeling is your spirit, is how you identify your passion. Connecting to that intense feeling and acknowledging it connects you more to your passion and gives you direction. And once you have direction, it allows you to tune in and adjust your focus and utilize your passion to find your purpose. With that brings me to the next segment, which is purpose. Purpose, the reason for which something is done or created or for which something exists. If someone was to ask you on the spot, what is your purpose? Why are you here? How would you respond? Would you be able to respond instantaneously without any hesitation? Will your life and your actions reflect the purpose you believe God has intended for you? With this, finding your purpose is something that is key. Finding your purpose, there's many ways to do it. Culturally, in African spirituality and African cultures, we understand that we have destiny readings that you can get that will give a prophecy over your life. There are also specific names that have been given to you at birth that also help you find your purpose by giving you destiny over your life. Another way, and a way that I utilize almost every day and consistently on a daily basis, is meditation. You have to allow yourself to sit in silence and allow for internal dialogue. Asking questions and being in the space of reception, and then allowing God and the universe to transmit downloads which will provide answers to those questions. Listen to that inner voice. Your inner voice is your intuition, and your intuition is connected to your ori, meaning the first thought and initial feeling you always have is the way to go. Listening to your intuition would never fail you. Don't question yourself. Marcus Garvey said, "Let no voice but your own speak to you from the depths. Let no influence but your own raise you in time of peace and in time of war. Hear all, but attend only to that which concerns you." Through this, I emphasize the need for self-reflection. I find myself constantly studying my actions in order to better learn myself and better navigate life. A part of self-reflection would be recognizing your own gifts and your talents. Recognizing your gifts and your talents puts you in alignment with your purpose. Through this, it becomes a self-study. Don't get caught up in watching what other people are doing. It's easy to fall victim to distractions by way of perceptions and what you see. Focus on yourself. Once you find purpose, you now enter into the knowing. Once you know your purpose, you're now reaching a point where you're no longer to figure out why you're here, and you're focusing on the skills to enhance, grow, and develop your purpose. Examples of this is trusting yourself. Go back to listening to your intuition and moving with direction when you trust yourself. Self-assurance. Reassure yourself that you're on the correct path and that you're moving in the correct direction. And confidence. Another quote by Marcus Garvey: "If you haven't confidence in self, you are twice defeated in the race of life. With confidence, you have won before you have even started." And one thing that I can speak about just from my own experience is being confident. No one could ever tell me anything outside of what I believed in myself. And if you believe in yourself, it really doesn't matter who else believes in you, because you know within yourself that you are on the correct path. Another way to create self-assurance and confidence is through affirmations. Affirmations to remind and consciously program your subconscious to affirm positivity and self-motivation. Now that you find your purpose, you'll stop looking for ways to waste your time. In every aspect, you consume less media and other meaningless entertainment. You'll be more conscious of where you put your time and your energy. Now that you know your purpose, you must live in your purpose. Living in your purpose looks like authenticity. Be true to your own personality, values, and spirit, regardless of the pressure that you're under to act otherwise. Stay in your lane. There's no traffic in your lane. What it is that's destined for you, that's ordained for you, you don't have to worry about anything else. If you're in your lane, time frame, nothing else matters, because it's your path. Nothing else is going to get in the way. Follow your distinct path. Everyone's path is going to be different. It's not for anyone to be following after anyone. You got to carve out your path and understand that the tiles and the path is laid out for you. You just have to follow. Knowing your purpose isn't enough. You have to be living with direction of actively making positive forward progress in fulfilling your purpose, and utilize your purpose to contribute to the world. The highest human act is to inspire. When you think about it, we have interactions with people every day. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative. If you're actively thinking about your actions and how they affect others, you will be more conscious of how you interact with people in the world. Actively taking daily steps with the focus of accomplishing your goals that will lead you to fulfilling your purpose. Having a purpose in life is one of the most fundamental factors of happiness. Without it, you'll live your life less focused and less intentional. Even worse, you'll often feel restless and stressed because you won't feel aligned with the things that you do. With knowing your purpose and finding your passion, there are tools that you need in order to accomplish your goals. One of the tools that I would like to touch on is guidance. Guidance is imperative. In African spirituality, we all understand that we can get spiritual readings. We have spiritual readings, we have destiny readings that will help you to answer the questions that you need the answers to. And I can personally firsthand speak about having questions that nobody can give me an answer to, and knowing that the only place that I can turn is to getting a spiritual reading and asking Alpha and asking the deities for the answers to those questions. And with that, I would love to also talk about when you receive the answer to those questions, it might not be the answer that you want, but you have to listen, and you have to be able to receive, and you have to move in the direction that you are being told. Oftentimes in those situations, you have to learn humility and learn that everything's not going to look the way you want it to look. But when you're coming to the system that we have, you have to be able to have faith and have trust in what you're pouring your energy into. Another topic I would like to speak on is your parents. Your parents are your first guides. You learn the good and the bad from your parents. It's always both to be able to learn from your parents. In particular, with my parents always tested me, and they intentionally facilitated my interests by putting me in areas that were going to facilitate my passions. My mother would just watch me. Anything I was doing, she would just watch. And then she would try to devise a plan or a way to put me in some position that were able to foster the things that she's seen that I was already naturally gravitating to. Another form of guidance is wisdom, gaining wisdom from elders. One thing that I could speak about that's different from me and maybe my peers is I will sit and I'll listen to my elders speak all day, because I know that everything that comes out of their mouth is going to be some form of value, some form of wisdom. And with that, a lot of conversations came from just my grandparents, just talking about life and gaining that wisdom, and also my spiritual leaders. Mentors, having mentors that have been in the position and have been successful. Stop seeking validation and advice from unqualified and unaccomplished people in areas where you need recipes for success. In addition to that, I've also learned that you're able to learn from everyday people. You can always learn from other people's experience to give you a sense of the many possibilities in life based on the choices certain people made and the outcomes of those decisions. With that being said, it's not for you to completely write off anybody just because of their appearance. You can always learn from anybody. I can learn from somebody just on the street. It doesn't matter who it is and what position they are, there's always something to learn from. In addition to, another tool for guidance would be your environment. Be around people who know who they are. If you're around people who know who they are, they won't question you when you're trying to figure out who you are, when you're living in who you are. With that being said, being in an environment that enhances and supports your purpose and who you know you are. Another tool, and a tool that I use very often, is setting goals. Create a plan. When you create a plan and you have a goal, nothing you're doing seems like it's unattainable. Now you're working towards achieving something. It's not just a dream. You're actually putting things in action. Faith without works is dead. You have to be able to put in action. And that's one thing that I've been able to realize in my life is if you don't take the steps and put your effort forward, nothing's going to happen. As much as you pray, as much as you ask God, it's not going to happen. You need to go outside and you need to make things happen for yourself. With that, I utilize vision boards. Create a vision board. Be able to see, put everything on a board so you can visualize every single day what it is that you would like to see yourself accomplish in life. Now, with that being said, now that you've utilized your passions to find your purpose and you've acquired the tools and the guidance, it will now propel you to your destiny or your destination. That now brings me to the next segment, which is destiny/destination. Your purpose is bigger than you. When you understand your effect on others in the world, not just what you as an individual see fit, you have understood your destiny. Destiny implies something preordained or often suggests a great or noble course or end. Destination is the place to which someone or something is going or being sent. I believe your destiny is your destiny and was your destiny before you were born. What God has destined over your life is already preordained. The only difference would be the journey and the path you take and the decisions you decide to make. This brings me now back to the Ori. Ori, literally meaning head, refers to one's spiritual intuition and destiny. It is the reflective spark of human consciousness embedded into the human essence. Ori in Judaism means my light. This goes back to listening to your intuition. The first voice that you hear, when you ask yourself a question, you had an internal dialogue. That's the thing. You got to move on that. I find myself constantly questioning myself, trying to make sure, am I moving the right way? And in that, I find myself farther away from where I'm trying to go because I just didn't listen to the immediate answer that came, or the immediate thought, or the immediate feeling that was given, which is always the correct one, because I end up finding my way right back to that original thought in the first place anyway. So now that you have the tools and you understand your destiny, all now is the journey, embracing the journey. I've realized that it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. You can't always just focus on where you're going. You have to be present in the moment and allow for the journey to teach you what you're supposed to learn. For this presentation, Ia wanted me to speak to recent graduates, and I've been a student for a while, and I just want to speak on my own academic career. So coming out of high school, after doing engineering programs in high school, I decided I want to be a civil engineer. I decided to go to community college after graduating high school and study civil engineering. While taking the basic courses for civil engineering, I realized like, I don't know, like, I don't think this is it right here. Like, I don't really want to come here to school every single day and do this and do that. And I'm like, if I'm going to go to school and this is going to be my time and I'm going to go learn something and not only learn, come out of pocket tens of thousands of dollars, it's got to make sense for me. This is an investment. This is an investment into my life. It got to make sense for me. So I decided that I was going to take a semester off from school. I told my mom I'm taking a semester off. I need a break. I need to figure things out. And in that break, I was able to just sit with myself and just ask questions like, what I really want to do, what I love to do, what am I willing to go to school for? What am I willing to invest my time, my energy into? Whatever it is has to be something that I know that I would love to do because it won't feel like work. It won't feel like I'm doing anything outside of the ordinary because this is my passion. With this, I would like to bring in a story about Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey talked about his immediate passion being music as a kid and not having the resources to facilitate that passion, which led him onto various paths. His frustration turned him away from music many times, but no matter what he did, he had a continuous desire to pursue creating music. And I feel like this is the constant battle that we deal with in life with your purpose. I feel like there's nothing more that you go back and forth from than the stuff that you love the most. And every time you come back to it, it shows you, man, I should have never left in the first place. This is exactly where I need to be. This is exactly what I need to be doing. So realizing if you don't love what you do, you won't have any drive to continue. If you do what you love every day, the energy of abundance, prosperity, peace, and happiness will open the universe to allow for all your blessings and opportunities to be sent to you and for you to receive it. I often find myself rushing to achieve my goals or feeling like I have to complete stages of my life in certain time frames. I've learned the key to life is patience. The many situations I have been in my life have taught me to breathe, take a step back and allow God, the ancestors, and deities to work on my behalf. Time is relative and good things come to those who wait. Don't focus on the destination as you will not be present to acknowledge the moment. Embrace the journey and everything that comes your way as to when you finally reach your destination, you'll be able to achieve true satisfaction. I've learned that anything worthwhile takes time. You have to be patient and you have to have faith. Having faith is the belief system that will allow you to always be at peace with your life. When you always believe that everything is working on your behalf and that everything is going to happen for you exactly how you see fit, that's exactly how it happened. If you got a negative mindset and you believe that these things won't happen, it's not going to happen for you. So everything boils down to mindset. The difference between having the motivation to continue is having trust and confidence in yourself. Along your journey, God will put you in many situations that will teach you humility. In these moments, don't be blind to the aspects of a particular situation that's making you uncomfortable and turn into a victim. Instead, understand the lessons that are being taught to you on your journey. I found myself moving too fast and having to be slowed down in ways that hurt me. But in those losses or in those situations where I was uncomfortable, I learned to be humble. And when you're humble, you appreciate more, you move with a clearer direction so you won't be caught up in materialistic ideology. With that, I would like to close out with the best teacher in life is your own experience. You have to carve out your own path and learn from every situation you find yourself in order to better be prepared for what is to come in the future. It's not for you to follow in anyone's footsteps and do what anyone else has done, but more on you to understand yourself and move with a direction that is tailor-made for you. It all boils down to mindset. If you want something for your life, you must believe and embody those desires and affirm that all will come into fruition. I am Adonijah Jehoash. Adonijah means Jehovah is my Lord, and Jehoash means God's light. I call myself an architect. I wanted to go to school for architecture. I decided, this is back to the story of me deciding what I wanted to do. I said, okay, I was doing civil engineering. It was too much math. Okay, I can do math. I'm good at math, but it was just too much. Why would I sit here do all these calculus problems? It take you 15 minutes to do a problem. Like, This is crazy. What do I really want to do this? No, okay. So then I decided, okay, I'm more interested in the art aspect of designing as opposed to the logical aspect and having to deal with structures and all that. So I said, okay, I'm going to focus back on architecture. I decided to apply to Pratt Institute to go to school for architecture. And I ended up going to Brooklyn and doing a full year of architecture school. And while I was there, I realized this is it. This is what I want to do. This is what I would do every day for the rest of my life. This is what I'm willing to stay up late for. This is what I'm willing to invest my time into, invest my energy into. And this is what I want to see for my life moving forward. And with architecture, it's not just about designing buildings. I realized that I'm an architect of life. It's not just designing buildings. You architect your life every single day. So with that, I'm going to close out with a quote, another quote by Marcus Garvey. I trust that you will live so today as to realize that you are the master of your own destiny, master of your fate. And there's anything that you want in this world, it is for you to strike it out with confidence and faith in self and reach for it. With that, I'll be concluding. I'd like to say Madasi, Babaluaiye, and Ashe.
Reciprocity, 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 giving and receiving, giving and receiving the perennial, giving and receiving abundance and wealth and prosperity. Oh my goodness. Please help Ile Imole continue all of his great works and all of his public programs and in his events, his first Sunday service, his Orisha feast, his back to school ritual, its water ritual, its elder ancestral remembrance, its soulful empowerment. Help Ile Imole with his programs, his Babaluaiye 16-day ritual of healing. It's Black History Month. It's youth focused back to school. We can only do that with the cowrie. And the cowrie is the traditional symbol of wealth and prosperity. And that's what we're talking about. We want to do that cowrie app. Okay, some of you all might know it as a cash app, but it is a $sign Ile Imole on Cash App. It is the info at ileimole.com on the PayPal. It is the snail mail of Ile Imole, P.O. Box 610, Temple Hills, Maryland 20757. It can only happen with all of us working together. May there flow peace, power, love, and perfection. May there flow peace. Obaluaiye, Obaluaiye, Obaluaiye.